Now, my next guest is about as famous as it gets. Few people on the planet are as instantly recognizable as this man and his 5 friends. Still on our TV sets every day, even though the series came to an end 3 years ago, it's one of the most successful sitcoms of all time. Well, he's now stepped behind the camera to direct his first feature film. But first, let's see him in his old familiar role as Ross. Will you give a warm welcome, please, to Mr. David Schwimmer? David, you're very welcome. Well, David, it's good to have you here at last. Is this the first time in Ireland?
It's my first hour in Ireland.
Your first hour. Well, it's great to have you on the show.
I'm very happy to be here. Yeah. Thank
the
you.
movie opens today, of course, nationwide in Ireland.
Yeah.
Run Fatboy Run, great cast. But your first feature as a director, are you a bit apprehensive about the way it could be received?
Oh, no, not really. I mean, I think the performances by Simon Pegg and Tandy and Hank Azaria and Dylan Moran are just so strong that I'm not really worried. I mean, you guys get to see them in their I think at the best of their abilities. So I think it's really fun. It's a good time and possibly moving. So.
Now, we're going to see a clip of the movie.
Okay.
The plot is kind of fairly simple in the sense that this loser, played by Simon, and he has lost the love of his life. And he's trying to get her back from this fairly smarmy American who seems to have won her heart.
This is I think this is one of the scenes that he's first kind of sniffing out Hank, and I think you get to see some of the rivalry in the
show. He totally hooked me up. Can you believe that?
I was just thinking, you know, you don't really want to sit through a whole sort of 3-hour kind of show, do you? So,
well, the thing is, Jake's really kind of got his heart set on this, you know? Powder? I'm fine. Sure? Refreshing?
I would imagine it is.
It's a fine movie. And I think it'll get a huge reception on this side of the water and presumably on the other side as well.
I hope so, we'll see.
For you, though, this is, I don't know how many careers you've had. I mean, you went to college in Northwestern University. You started a theatre company there. A few small roles in television, and then suddenly, as well as theatrical roles, suddenly it's Friends. Did you have any idea when you started at that, in what, was it 1994?
I believe so, yeah.
That 10 years later, you'd all still be doing it?
No.
And would you have taken it if you'd known that? If you knew this is a decade-long commitment?
Oh, I don't think anyone could possibly answer that. I mean, you know, it was a life-changing experience. As you say, I went to Northwestern and studied theater and was acting and directing with my company in Chicago, then doing little bit parts on other television shows while I was waiting tables for like 7 years. And then the part came along, and it, of course, was life-changing in every sense. And it was also, creatively, it was one of the best jobs in the world because there was amazing chemistry with the 6 actors and a great, real collaboration with the writers. They really listened, and they really, I don't know, it was a sense of play the whole time. And it was unlike any other job I've had, except for maybe working with my company in Chicago. But to ask any of us if we thought, first of all, when we shot the pilot, if this was going to be, you know, a thing or not, each of us had done very unsuccessful pilots prior to that. Yeah. So every actor knows that you're going to do a pilot, and the likelihood is nothing's going to happen after that. So none of us could guess that we'd be on it for 10 years.
Yeah. I know everyone out there wants me to ask you this question. Okay. How much of you is Ross? How like him are you?
Is that true? Does everyone want that? Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I mean, I think there was definitely a good part of me that was also a part of the character that I identified very much with Ross from the very beginning. I never felt that I was in the cool crowd in high school, and I always felt like kind of, you know, the outsider, I never felt good-looking enough or successful, you know, all those things that I think most of us feel in high school. And there was something just really that I really empathized about the character who had, when you find him, his whole world that he kind of planned and conceived was completely, this great upheaval with his wife announcing that she's gay and she's leaving him. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't identify with that, but I do. There was something about his world being completely out of control and out of his control that I identify with, that I found really funny and sympathetic.
And yet, as the kind of the outsider, the anti-hero, the guy who's always making a mess of things, not intellectually or professionally, but socially, you are the guy who got to kiss Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, baby. Sake. Yeah. Yeah, she was good.
I know you're going to tell me it's only a job. You know, we actors, we were friends first. We don't really enjoy this kind of...
Yeah, that's it. No, I mean, come on. And I take some water. By the way, you notice my green tie?
It's very generous of you to wear green.
I love it. Oh, I'm so excited. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, but, I know one of the penances you have to bear, one of the burdens you have to bear is to be one of the 6 characters from Friends, because there's a whole Friends generation, isn't there? You know, people who you like. You know, which of them are you like? Girls say it. Which of the 3 girls you like? Which of the 3 guys are you like?
Yeah, but I think that's kind of, it's waning now. You know, I think they're on to the next shows, and who on the cast of Heroes are you like? And, am I right? Or I mean, I don't.
But you said in one interview that one of the worst things imaginable for you would be to reach the age of 60 and still be known as
Ross Geller. I wish I never said that. God, everyone asks me about that. I mean, or quotes that, and I think I was. Yeah, I mean, it's true. In a way, I guess what I mean is I don't only want to be known as that character. Yeah. I would like to be, you know, I think I would just like to be known as a creative person, as an actor or director that maybe created more than one character that was memorable, or directed something, even if it's theater or TV or film that you know, one person remembers. Like, I can't tell you how meaningful it is to me if on the street someone, and this happened to me in London a couple of months ago, that wasn't me, I swear to God. Everyone ducked.
It wouldn't be the first time.
We blew a bulb or something.
Wouldn't be the first time something dramatic happened on this set, I can tell you.
I think we all handled that really well, by the way.
But anyway, London...
You didn't even flinch. Oh yeah, that happens every day with Pat.
The thing about celebrity, it is a burden. Today...
Oh, poor me.
No, but for example, today, tuning in this country to television, you could watch 5 episodes of Friends today, okay?
Wow.
Anywhere in the world you go, you're sort of like a Muhammad Ali character. Everybody knows you.
No, he was...
No, but you're known. I mean...
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
But is that something that is a bit of a handicap for you, that wherever you go, there's no such thing really as a quiet lunch in the open air with friends? It's not going to happen.
Well, that's not true. There are places that I can have a quiet lunch in the open air with friends. I just have to, you know, suss them out, and I know where those places are. I mean, to be perfectly honest, the only downside is the paparazzi aspect of it, because it's gotten to a point in both in the States and here where there are no boundaries, and there's no respect for someone's private life or, you know, or their family or anything. And I hope something is done with the law or legislation to help that, because there's, you know, in general, there's very little empathy for actors or celebrities. There's kind of this feeling among the public, well, you know, they asked for it, they chose to be that way. But it's difficult to kind of explain how invasive and how violent the act is of suddenly being chased by 3 people, you know, in your car, or suddenly you know, when I look at more famous people with their children, how suddenly, you know, 10 paparazzi emerge and kind of violently surround a child, and it's not right. I mean, something has to be done. I don't know what it is, but there's got to be a balance between the public's right to know and an individual's right to privacy.
Anyway, you're a busy guy. Presumably, you're going to be heading back stateside to launch the movie.
Yeah, and another. We open in the States in 2 months or so. So going back to the UK tomorrow. I wish I was here longer. It's my first time here, and I really want to see your beautiful country. I hear amazing things about it. So my next time. So.
Next time. Well, it's great having you.
Yeah.
It's great having you in this country. And David, thanks very much for doing the show. David Schwimmer. And Run Fatboy Run open tonight all across the country.